Autobots, transform!
Hello everybody, welcome to George Reviews, and I want to thank you for watching this review. I am the 80s Transformer fan, and today I'll be taking a look at another deluxe class Transformer. This is Autobot Red Alert from Transformers Siege War for Cybertron Trilogy line. This is obviously the front of his packaging. I'll bring it a little bit closer. You can see Red Alert in the packaging. He is basically a straight repaint of Sideswipe, previously released in this line, but he's given the light bar because in the G1 he was a police fire chief car, and I don't guess they got fire chief on Cybertron as well. I guess he was head of the fire department just in case some metal caught on fire on Cybertron. This is the back of his packaging. It shows the product shot of him in robot mode wielding his weapon. Shows the vehicle mode. Looks pretty good. I was on the fence about getting this guy, by the way. Shows him with a Battle Master that you can pick up, and the different ones you can get. They are selling the accessories on all of these toys. But yeah, a lot of toy lines, I don't collect everything. You know, I did that with G1. You know, my G1 collection, I pretty much got everybody. So I collect the ones I really want, or the ones I really think I'm gonna want. And I was on the fence with Red Alert, and one day this was an impulse buy because I was out toy hunting, couldn't find what I want, and I saw him for the first time about a month ago, and I wound up grabbing him. I think it was at Walmart. So I hope I'm gonna like it, but it's kind of like, yeah, you know, right now. But anyway, there's some artwork for Red Alert. On this side of the box it says deluxe class, and yeah, I got sidetracked real fast. And then the box is the same standard thing that we get all the time. So I'm going to get Red Alert open, and I'm going to hope that I like Red Alert. But if I don't like him, I don't think I would hesitate to take him back. I mean, just because I've never really loved the character. Like, again, I just grabbed it to be grabbing. And inside the box should be his instructions. Yep. Behind this little panel, he is packaged with this instructions. I don't use instructions. If you've never seen my review, I say it all the time. If you've seen my review, like he's saying that again. But yeah, in case you want to see it, this is it. I freestyle. I should know this one though. This should be no problem. And now that I said it, it probably will be a problem. And he's packaged. He's tied down. He has a gun. I don't think the Sideswipe come with a gun. Sideswipe came with a shoulder cannon. And he has the light bar. Okay, so a few off-camera snips later. Apparently not enough. I always miss one. And Red Alert is free. It's already posing. And his weapons. Here's his light bar. To my surprise, it's actually translucent, but they didn't use translucent red. They painted the bottom red, and then you kind of get the effect coming through on this side. So this is the light bar, and here is his weapon. I don't think we've seen this before in this line. I don't have everybody, so I'm not sure. And on to Red Alert. Take a look at this mud. I got some paint bleed right there where it was sprayed and continued through. Right there on the shoulder. And here's this Cybertronian Fire Department symbol. I guess it says Iacon Fire Department. I guess he has the weathering on his legs. Has the bluish purple squares right there painted in. I believe this is paint too. I don't know if this is black plastic. Yeah, this is just paint. They didn't even bother to use black plastic. I could tell because it's so glossy. And his hand isn't that glossy. And because this moves and this got to open up, they should have just used black plastic. I don't get that because he has black plastic in his waist, his thighs, his hands, up here, the wheels. I can't stand when toy companies do that. So his feet are not silver plastic. They're white painted silver. Again, I have beef with that. And spin them around. And that's pretty much all I can see in this mode as far as paint apps. And so we're going to take a look at his head. It's slightly altered from Sideswipe. They trimmed the antenna or whatever these things are down to little nubs. Take a look at his face. He has blue eyes, nice molded face. I'm going to see how much he looks like Sideswipe. Is it just the file down head, or did they change the face? We'll check that out. And so we're going to hit articulation. Going to go with his head. He can rock a little bit side to side. I don't know. And roll it around. He can look up that far. and nothing really down. So the robots, it's hard for them to look down because they look in their chest the way they design these guys. Coming to his arm, we get a 360 out of that. Get his arm out this far to the side. His bicep, he has a bicep swivel. You can see a little hinge in there. Coming to his elbow, you get this much out of his elbow. Coming to his waist, fully 360 in. Coming to his thighs and legs, he can do the splits. He can perform the motion from front to back like this, which is a great articulation. Coming to his knee, it comes up this far. It doesn't rock at the knee, but it rocks at the waist, so you still get pretty much the same type of thing. And coming to his foot will rock out so he can get a wider stance and keep both feet on the ground, which is always good. So he has the standard articulation of most of these deluxe class figures. Nothing really hindered, nothing really missing. And I'm just noticing on his face right here, I got some silver. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be there. I think that's just a mistake, but he got a little sliver of silver right there. I think that is a mistake, but we'll call it weathering. Call it battle damage. We'll give him a point for that. We won't deduct anything. And here is his gun. You can take his gun, put it in his hand. Everybody gun port is the exact same. That's how he looks with his gun. And you can take the gun, and he has other ports. Ports there. You get it. Anywhere you see a port, you can put this gun. So that is that. But you can also take this gun and take this thing, and I believe, and turn this into a hammer or a pickaxe or something. And he holds it like this, and he could just hack away at Decepticons, or I guess chop down trees to put out the fire. Cybertronian metallic trees that are on fire and burning. A fire on Cybertron, planet made out of metal. But anyway, we'll keep moving. And yeah, so you can store it in other places. I guess it's the end of the gun is the same peg port. You can put it in his back, and you can do something like that, or maybe you can do a skit and have him talking, and they can't see your hand, and he's still moving around. It's gotta be cool. Okay, so now I'm just gonna move on to his transformation. And again, never take my transformations for the official. It's gonna be good enough. I'm folding his hands. I believe they fold in that much. Bring up the hood of the car. Take this piece and bring it down. Open up these panels right here. Become the doors or the sides of the car. Fold these arms in. They double hinge up. And into his stomach. These things, the peg here, ports in there. Same thing on the other side. Obviously, open these panels up and see, does the split fold in or out? Okay, I don't think I'm pressing hard enough. I took a look at side swipe, and yeah, it folds in on that little piece. All right, and fold this in right there. I think I should know this. Very simple transformation. Fold these two things around. Tab here goes inside there. And boom, and close these panels up here. Alright, something's not tabbing. Alright, there he is. Wait. I'm gonna get all the tabs to stay in. So there he is. I'm going to take his light bar, put up top here. I'm assuming that this is the front. Well, it's the same. Okay, it's universal. My bad, it's universal. Put that in there. You have red alert. See how he rolls. Rolls great. Rolls great. A lot of noise on this surface. I got to get another table. Have to get another table. So there he is. And I'm going to bring, and of course, in this mode, you can port the weapon again in all the same standard places. If you wanted, you can remove the light bar and put the gun there if you wanted to, but we're not going to do that. We're going to keep the light bar in here and take a look at him in this mode. Paint looks pretty good. Got a little racing stripe down here, which is pretty good. The paint looked like it could have been done a little bit better in some of the places. He has the red painted rims. I'm glad they didn't just leave them all black. The front of the car looks nice. Side of the car, again, I got some paint skips and nicks in there. Nothing really major. So I'm going to get Sideswipe out next to this guy right now. And Sideswipe out. Then put them back together. I took a peek at his transformation. And then put them back together. So here these guys go side by side. Sideswipe and Red Alert. And funny thing, with the color scheme and the light bar, they look different enough, especially back here, because he had the detailing in here and nothing in there, just kind of blending in all white. So it does make them look different enough. Not a whole lot. You can tell by that front end is a dead giveaway. And they try to do something different with the paint on the side, which is it's pretty cool. So far so good. I'm liking it a lot more than I thought. And see if any more paint app differences. Not a whole lot of paint apps on either one of these guys. And they did this guy with a cream white for some reason. I really didn't like that. And Red Alert is a bright white. I'm noticing probably this is robot mode, but I'm noticing a wash here that isn't present on Red Alert. So I think that is everything. They both have silver painted headlights because of all the white you can hardly see here. So if I hold it at a certain angle you can. Different Autobot logos. He has a little techie pattern in his windshield. Looks like I got some scratches on mine. Wow, sucks. And he has the completely blacked out windshield, which looks super cool. Yeah, here it is. Okay, now here he is with fellow emergency vehicle Prowl. And oddly enough, his whites look super bright until I put them next to Prowl, and Prowl actually looks just a hair brighter. And shockingly enough, they don't share the same light bar. They just not reuse the same light bar. I guess because this vehicle mode is smaller and it wouldn't fit, I don't think. Well, it probably looks strange, but I'm gonna switch them out anyway. A lot of times, a lot of these things are meant to be switched out because he has like this all blacked out windshield with the white light bar on top with the white centerpiece. So I'm gonna put this one on top of his. Yeah, that's small, but the black kind of looks better. And I'm gonna put the white one on top of Prowl, and it is too big. So yeah, it was a clever thought, but it just didn't work out. Okay, so now I got these guys back in robot mode. But before I compare these guys, I'm gonna move these guys to the side. And a viewer was watching one of my reviews. I think it was my Soundwave review. Soundwave review, and he mentioned to me that the little gun that came with Soundwave was actually an accessory for Megatron, and that this line has hidden Easter eggs throughout the line. So the little gun came with Soundwave would actually go on Megatron's back and mimic the gun barrel to make him look more like the G1 Megatron, G1 cartoon, or whatever Megatron. And they threw it in with Soundwave, but it was meant to go with Megatron. I'm like, what does that little thing do? And it's kind of cool hanging out. It's not the greatest thing accessory, but it was kind of cool that they threw that in there. So fast forward, I sideswipe Red Alert, and when I got sideswipe, I'm like, what's with this goofy little gun? And I'm thinking like, you know, that it goes into his shoulder cannon, and then it's a two-piece, and it kind of makes sense. But then he doesn't have a handgun, and I was just thinking like it kind of doesn't fit. But knowing that, I think you're meant, if you wanted to, if you chose to take this gun, because Red Alert had a red gun in the Generation 1 continuity, at least the toy line. I think this is his gun. It kind of makes more sense and looks better with him. And this looks lot more like the G1 and the Masterpiece Sideswipe gun. And they may also share the gun because they also share the same gun. You know, me having said that. But this looks better with Sideswipe. So I think it's meant to go like that. I believe so. I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong. What do you think? So having done that little thing, little Easter egg part. So we're going to take a look at these guys. Going to bring them side by side. Take a look at their face. Yeah, you can see where the antennas are filed down. And I think for the most part, the face is the same. Yeah, I think if it's different, it's not different enough to throw me. They just file down the two antennas. That looks pretty much like the same face in there. And again, I set it in car mode, kind of spoiled it. The waist over here has more weathering. Then over here is just a straight clean plastic, which I prefer. And they use cream plastic over here opposed to all white. The feet are painted silver on both of these guys, but he has weathering on his feet. And this looks more like they just hit it with a brush. And this looks more like splatter, which the splatter looks better to me. He has a little bit on his chest, and Red Alert chest is clean other than the overspray mistake. So other than that, and the difference in Autobot logos, it's the same toy, same figure. Turn around. But I guess without this gun, you can't make the axe weapon. So I don't know. You have to choose and decide which one you want. But I'm cool. He doesn't have to have the axe weapon or whatever, pick or whatever it is, pickaxe. So yeah. Anyway, Sideswipe, you get out of here. So I think that is it for Red Alert. I have a few paint splotches on this guy, but I do like it, and now that I got it, I'm happy I got it. I would love to bring out the G1 Red Alert, but I'm not sure where it is, and I don't want to go digging, and I think Sideswipe over here was enough of a comparison. So yeah, 19 bucks for this guy. He's deluxe class, and again, he's just a straight up repaint, and the head slightly retooled from Sideswipe and the light bar and the gun and the gun section. So he has a few different things going on. So I do like it, and I think I am going to keep it. You know, I could have got one with a better paint job. But anyway, thank you for watching George Reviews. I am the 80 Transformer fan, and you just watched a review where Red Alert had his own story.